Hey Homosapiens and Marbites, it's me Marbasia Scott, welcome back to the channel, and yes, I have got my eyebrows already blocked for this tutorial. So I was inspired by the Joile Beauty Intergalactic palette, and I was also inspired by the Cosmos album by Lyndon Samuel, and I'm going to transform myself into, I don't know how to describe it, but anyway, let's go on. So to begin this tutorial, I need to get my hair down flat. So I'm just being kind of rough, really, with how I'm getting it flat, because it doesn't really need to be completely flat, but it needs to be flat enough to be as if I look like I'm bald, or I just have a new head shape, you know what I mean. Right, so I've done that, and now I'm going to go in with some cling film because I don't have a wig cap at the moment, a bald cap. So I'm just going to use this cling film and pray for the best. I have used cling film before using the makeup I'm going to be using, so hopefully today is no. Now I actually do want ears, so I'm just going to put my finger there and pull my ear down or out. And then I'm going to go in with some primer because I've just shaved my face and my skin is getting to a really nice complexion. So I'm just going to do that. Because I don't want too much of that stuff getting in from my pores, so hopefully this will counteract that. I wonder what will happen if I put primer onto this cling film. Let's see. And if all goes wrong from here, we will know why. Right, let's get some colour onto our face, and I'm using a disposable triangular sponge just to place on the light blue cream paint from iMagic, and it is the 12th colour flash palette, or what you want to call it. It is supposed to be a dupe for the Makeup Forever flash palette, but yeah. Anyway, as you can see, I'm doing a trident motion onto my forehead, and then I'm going to use some of that blue on my chin before we move on to the color fuchsia or pink that's in the palette, because that's going to be kind of like our main focus for the look. Well, it's not really the main focus, but I like to think it's the main focus. It brings, I think this color brings the look all together. So I'm just placing that all over my eyelid and bringing that up onto the wig cap that I've created. And I do cover my eyes, as you can see, and then I'm just going to put some onto my cheeks, and then I'm going to create 2 stripes just on my chin where I've placed that blue, just so that we have a nice looking mask. Now, looking at this already, I'm starting to feel like I am Archangel from X-Men. I didn't even realize what I was doing until I got onto the darker blue, which I'm going to start doing now. So as you can see, I'm putting the darker blue on, and I am not blending any of those colors yet, because I want them to be very kind of precise when I blend them. So before I do blend them, I'm going to get some new sponges, some new clean sponges, and for each section I'm going to use a different clean sponge. So using a clean sponge, and the edge of it, I'm just blending the dark blue into the purple. And what you can also see is that I'm doing like small little crisscrossy motions, because these this makeup, it stays when it's warm. Basically, it's so easy to blend in to each other rather than if you're in a cold environment. So yeah, it's gonna help a lot more for this blend. And as you can see, I'm just making sure that this blend is not over blended into that pink, but enough that you can see like the highlightedness. Going in with another clean sponge, I'm blending the pink into the turquoise or the blue, the light blue. And yes, my lighting is very terrible today because my blinds were open and the sun decided to come out, so I'm just gonna have to, you know, do something about that later on. I hope that it's not too distracting. Yeah, so continuing to blend before I put on the black, because the black is the one color that is going to either make or break this look. So what I tend to do when I'm using these paints, or I don't even know what grease paints, is to concentrate on the lighter colors first, get those lighter colors on first, get them where I need them and extend them just a little bit, and then go in with darker colors. Now, because they crease when you blink, I'm going to set them with some translucent powder onto my eyelids, so that, you know, if I am going to put anything onto my eyelids, it's not going to look all creasy and unflattering to the eye. Anyway, going in now with the black. Now that I've got all my blend that I'm happy with, I'm going to put that black all over my head, and then I'm going to drag it down into the other colors and also create like a contour. But as you can see, the primer underneath didn't seem to do anything for the color, and it's a bit gray on top. Anyway, I'm just gonna blend, and I'm just creating some weird shape onto my forehead and round, because I don't really want you to be able to see the wig cap on. But as I said, this was just like a makeshift wig cap because I wanted to be bald for the day, and I didn't want to, you know, be doing makeup all afternoon when I was doing this. I just wanted to do something really fun and quick to do, which you can do also. Just blending that away, and we'll move on shortly. So I've lost some of that blue on my forehead, so I'm going to use the sponge that I used to place it on, just to create a more blend in there, just so that it's more opaque and apparent there. And then I'm going to set my face going over the lighter portions first before I go into the darker portions, so the colors don't mix. Using Stardust from the Intergalactic palette by Joile Beauty, I'm just going to highlight my cheekbones, and then I'm going to do my nose and a little bit on my forehead. I feel like I had to go in quite a few times with this because of the powder that's on my face, so it wasn't sticking on so easily, but yeah, it was workable. And once I've, you know, happy with that, I'm going to go in, I think the shade that I used was Intergalactic, and that's got like a nice shimmery purple green tone to it. And then after I've done that, I am going to go in with some more highlighter, and I'm going to be using Cosmic from the same palette. just to give my face a nice little sheen. On my lips now, I am using the shade, what shade did I use? I used the Milky Way for my lips, just because, well, if I'm going to be doing an intergalactic look, I might as well just use the intergalactic palette. And as you can see, it just looks so nice on this new skin that I've created for myself. Going in with some water-based face paints, I'm just going to sprinkle that all over my face and my head, but mostly on my head because I want my head to look kind of spacey. And then I'm going in with a blue, so obviously I just used the yellow and then I'm using a blue now. And then I am going to mix some blue and yellow together to create a pale green and just sprinkle that all over. Going in with some mascara now, and we're going to create some patterns on my forehead. And fun fact is, when I was younger, what I'm actually doing is whenever I wanted to write something, I created my own alphabet. Don't even ask me how I created my own alphabet, but I used to write stuff like this when I was in school, and the teachers really hated it because I would like say, well, this is my homework, and they'd be like, it's not even a language. Anyway, beauty shots. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. So guys, that's how I got the look. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. This was really hard to do considering that I didn't paste down the cling film on my forehead. So it did move and I had to go in with some black. I don't know if you can see, but I've gone in with black and I've gone over with the face paints all over again, just so that I can, you know, do my outro, intro, whatever mo. Yeah, when I was doing this look, I was like, hold on a minute, I've seen this before. I kind of look like the Archangel from X-Men. X-Men, the comic cartoon, 90s cartoon. That was not my vision, but whatever. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe to the channel, and press the notification bell if you want to get some more updates on when I upload and everything. And don't forget to follow me on my social medias, which I'll leave in the comments down below and also up here somewhere. Yeah, time to take this off now. Bye. Ooh. Ah. Yeah.